Math you can manage.
The factors of life. This is a prerequisite skill for standard 6.NS.4. What is a factor? You likely already know what factors are, but perhaps you didn't know they were called factors. Maybe a more familiar term would be math facts, aka your times tables. Well, factors are the two numbers being multiplied together to get your product. Factors can be listed in pairs of numbers or listed from least to greatest. I'll show both. For the first example, let's find the factors of 12. So I ask myself the question, what two numbers can I multiply together to get 12? I always start with the easiest first. 1 times itself. So of course 1 times 12 would make 12. What other factor pairs would make 12? How about 2? Can you multiply 2 by something to get 12? Yes, of course 2 times 6 equals 12. Let's keep going. I like to just work my way up the number line. So what about 3? 3 times 4 equals 12. 12 has quite a few factors. Are there any more? I think we've got them all. These are listed as pairs, which is one helpful way to see factors. But now I'm going to take all these factors and put them into a list from least to greatest, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. This will come in handy later, trust me. Let's pause and think. Factors can also be considered the numbers that divide the total evenly. Think about the factors of 12 that we already listed. If you have 12 light bulbs, what possible group sizes can I put them in evenly without any leftovers? Of course, I could put them each in their own group or group them by 2s. Or groups of 3, or groups of 4, or groups of 6, or I could put them all in one group of 12. See that? 12 light bulbs could be in groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 12. Those are its factors. It's time to do one together. Grab a piece of paper and pencil to try the next one. I promise you won't regret practicing. The more you practice on paper, the sooner this may turn into a mental math skill for you. This time we're going to try to list all the factors of 18. What was the easy peasy one we start with? Yes, 1 times 18. Continue on the number line and try 2. Pause the video and list this pair. Did you get 2 times 9? Pause the video again to see if you can complete your list. Then come back and see how you did. Did you find 3 times 6 would make 18? Okay, what about 4? Nope, 4 doesn't work. And 5 didn't work either. So that puts us back at 6, which we already have in our list. So that's it. 3 pairs of factors for 18. Now, pause the video again so you can put them in order from least to greatest. Here's the list. I like to double check my list to make sure each number has its pair. One thing to take note of with factors. Some numbers have many factors like we just saw with 12 and 18. But some numbers only have one factor pair. 1 and itself. These are called prime numbers. Some examples of common prime numbers are 7, because 1 times 7 is the only factor pair. And 13, because, once again, it can only be divided into one group of 13, and there's no other way to group 13 items evenly. Can you think of another prime number that has the factors of 1 in itself? Pause the video and see how many you can list. A few other prime numbers I thought of are 3, 19, and 23. Did you think of any others? One more tip about factors. Don't panic if you do not yet have your multiplication facts memorized. You can easily use a multiplication chart to find factors. Check this out. Let's use the example of 12 again. Look at the main body of my chart. I need to identify all of the 12s. I like to highlight them. Now, look at which columns have a 12 in them. The 1s column has a 12, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 6s, and of course the 12s. So, there's your factors right there. Here's one to try on your own. Pause the video to list the factors of 24 and from least to greatest. Utilize one of the strategies we've reviewed in this video. Use your memorized math facts, divide the total objects into even groups, or use a multiplication chart. Now check your work. Fantastic. If you got it right, you know how to find factors. If you still aren't feeling like you can manage, rewatch the video or reach out to your parent or teacher for help. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe for more Math You Can Manage videos.